Hello, 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 all of you beautiful nerds from around the world. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Alive, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, we gotta talk about this Hulk news, baby. It's confirmed. Mark Ruffalo back as Hulk in the MCU. We're going to get into the details, where this report is coming from, what it means for the MCU, speculate about maybe Hulk Wolverine stuff. It's crazy. We just talked about this yesterday. It's like, we'll get into all that. Look, we're talking about stuff, and then it's like getting confirmed. It's really crazy to me. I also want to talk about some weird Warner Brothers stuff that's going on, some very interesting stuff with Space Jam. I almost can't believe it. I literally can't believe what's going on with Space Jam and Warner Brothers. That shit's crazy. We're also going to get into some stuff that has to do with a new Spider-Man movie, a new Sony Marvel film that's coming out, and why this might hint at why Sony better second guess if they can really do this without Feige. They're making some really weird decisions. We're going to get into that. We're also going to do some Q&A as well. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing? How we doing, chat? I see you, Ray Hall, Clashmates official, Travis, Lucas Hector, Corey Jecko, Justin, Crichton Smith, Wu-Tang Russell in the building, Josh Mason is here. What's going on, folks? Justin's in the building as well. Good morning, everybody. Star Wars Santa in here. Woo! Woo! Just like Chet, one of us needs to get their shit together. Yeah. So, you know what, where we can start? Folks? Let's start with this. Guys. How crazy is this? This is how apparently behind the times or out of the loop I am when it comes to the Batman. I had no idea that it was already on record that this was a trilogy. That Matt Reeves' The Batman movie is going to be a trilogy. And, you know, we were talking about it a little bit last night, and look, like, we're just going to have to get excited about Batman. And despite my personal feelings about some of the things that are going on with Batman, it's a trilogy. We're getting 3 of these freaking movies. Do you know what I mean? We're getting 3 of these movies. So we better get used to this. We better get used to Punisher Batman. That's what we're getting. But in all seriousness, that is cool. It's pretty awesome. We'll be able to see sort of the evolution of this Batman over time, which I think is really awesome. So that's it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fun. I also want to say, chat, pause the music real quick, bud. Pause the music. Put me on the big screen. I just want to say one little thing here, folks, that things are interesting out there in the world right now because of that thing that shall not be named. I know that certain stock market things are in turmoil. Things are going down. Travel's crazy. There's a lot of panic out there. There's a lot of craziness. You know, honestly, I feel like it's going to be okay. But I also feel like it is in the short term going to hurt a little bit. And there's going to be some crazy things happening, changes, potentially people losing a lot of money. And, you know, look, the stock market, things are going crazy. But I just wanted to say, like, as I was thinking about this morning before we went into the stream, I was like, you know, it's really about, like, the little things in life and community and just friendship, family, and love. And I think that a lot of people, particularly young people right now, have not actually gone through anything that's really crazy. They haven't really faced, like, this kind of adversity if this ends up being what some people think it could end up being. And I just wanted to throw some positivity out there because, look, we can't control what's going to happen out there with this thing that shall not be named, with the stock markets and all these different things. We can't control that. But I think what you can control is taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, and just remembering. I think in times like this, it's important to remember what life is really about. You know, and as much as, like, you know, look, if you love to hustle, that should fulfill you. And, you know, if you like doing A, B, or C, that should really fulfill you. But we're all here because we like nerdy shit. You know what I mean? And I would just not lose sight of that. And as trivial and as meaningless as some of this stuff is, you know what I mean? at the same time, if it brings you the type of enjoyment that I think it does, otherwise I don't know if you would be here, just hold on to the things that bring you joy and enjoyment, man. And no matter what crazy stuff is going to happen, we're going to be okay. We're, as a community, we're going to have a lot of fun because if we're all stuck indoors for the next couple of months more than usual, we're going to be just doing a lot of streaming, hanging out, doing videos, and just having fun together. So we'll be there for each other. But I just think in general, I wanted to put some positivity out there because I know, especially as things become more and more real out there, the tendency could be to be a little bit negative. And, there's a silver lining here. And I think that whatever's going on right now might end up being a wake-up call and helping us out in the future if things or scenarios or crazy things like this would happen, okay? So that's all I really wanted to say about all of that. I honest to goodness, I love all of you guys. And it's so cool to be able to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. And I'm really grateful for it, honestly. I was talking to my sister the other day about this where I was like, internet friends are real. And it is not this, whatever your idea of how this might work, I don't know if it's really true. You guys are, like, as far as I know, real people, and I have formed a real connection with at least some of you guys. And that's awesome. And I really do wish you the well, and I hope that you guys are making it through tumultuous times and just enjoying life, man. Life should be enjoyed. You should build up your life in a way that is really you enjoying a lot of these things. Of course, you have to work hard and you have to do all these things and be disciplined and all of that. But at the same time, man, take some time. Take some time to enjoy these things that you love. You know what I mean? Take some time to enjoy these things. Garlic is definitely a bot. Nightbot is definitely a bot. So that's real stuff. That's real stuff. But yeah, just wanted to do that. And let's get into the real story. By the way, too, and I saw somebody mention this in chat, and it's real. The Disney investor stuff just started happening. And so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, stuff's going to be coming out as we are doing the stream today. And maybe some really wild stuff will happen. I don't think so. I think it's going to end up being pretty light over there, to be honest with you. Mostly just like, what the hell are we going to do now that all this stuff that will not be named is happening? But you never know. There could be some really crazy stuff, so we'll keep an eye on that. Chet, you got me on that? Keep checking back on that, and we will go from there. All right, guys, now let's get into the main topic of the day. Let's get into this. It's the craziest news of the day. Yo, this news is crazy. Man, can we get some round of applause for Chet for finally getting the stinger correct? It's the craziest news of the day. When we do it, it's supposed to play the stinger. That's how that shit works. Thank you, Chet. No, I'm serious. You're doing great. You're doing great. Thanks so much. Okay. So, this is pretty wild. This is coming in from the Illuminati, folks. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is, well, it's multifaceted. Let's get into this. I'm going to read right from the report here, okay? So, talking about how Mark Ruffalo was going to be in She-Hulk. This was something that the Illuminati was breaking before a lot of other people, okay? But we just saw Mark Ruffalo at C2E2 talking about this and teasing stuff and doing all this stuff. And I even said then, I said, it kind of seems like to me that he's being coy. And it also seems like he got coached up a little bit. Because Mark Ruffalo is notorious for spoiling stuff, leaking stuff, spilling the beans, as it were. He gave away the ending to Infinity War like a year before it came out. Like, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But when I read his responses and the things that he was talking about at C2E2, I was like, wow, this really seems like someone that is coached up. And we also know that Tom Holland got similarly coached up, okay? But here's what's really interesting. This coming from the Illuminati. It says right here, Mark Ruffalo is signed, sealed, and delivered for She-Hulk. Apparently, Mark Ruffalo has been playing coy, and he's already formally set and signed to return to his iconic role in the She-Hulk show for Disney+. Clearly, our next question was about the contract details, where in regards to number of episodes, and if the negotiation was solely for the small screen. However, we weren't able to get that defined yet. But according to Illuminati, who has a very good track record, particularly on this side of things, there are certain other stories that they haven't been 100% on. But when it comes to casting and casting sheets and that side of production, seems like they got a lot of good connections. Seems like they know what is going on. And so, folks, that is the craziest news of the day. Mark Ruffalo, definitely back for She-Hulk, already signed up. Now, the reason I think this is like pretty dang interesting is because it implies that a lot of things are already handled and that the actors are being coached. And of course, this reminds me of what we talked about a couple of days ago, and that would be the Fantastic Four situation. I truly believe that it's very possible that John Krasinski is already signed or in negotiations, in deep negotiations, to direct or co-direct with Chris Evans, but direct and star in the next Fantastic Four movie. And this is just really interesting stuff to me. How much other stuff in the MCU is already figured out and yet being kept under wraps? And also, how do we let Feige know that we need the Savage Hulk back? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because it would appear that if this is all, going according to Mark Ruffalo's plan, then we're not going to get Savage Hulk. We're going to get Professor Hulk. How do we convince Feige? And I'm being completely honest here. You guys let me know in chat. How do we do this? Do we need to do a change.org bullcrap thingy so we can get people signing? Do we need to do a Kickstarter or something, get all of our money together and buy one of those planes and fly it over the footage or thing in Atlanta? We want Savage Hulk back flying at the end of an airplane. How do we do this? Because we need Savage Hulk back, baby. I really do want to know. I want to know how we handle that. Also, I'm thinking, and it's just me, it's just the way I'm thinking about this. I think that with all the talk that Mark Ruffalo has been giving at these other Comic-Cons, I think he's due back for a film for sure. I think he's due back for a film for sure. And the fact that She-Hulk is going to be an Avenger later on makes me think, wow, we're definitely getting a bunch of crazy Hulk stuff. And Mark Ruffalo is probably coming back as Hulk. Interesting. Interesting stuff, guys. But yeah, we definitely need to know. We want World War Hulk. Savage Hulk will be back after the blood transfusion. Maybe. Doc Samson is going to help him split once and for all. You know what's interesting, Jay Orts? And I bet you already know this. Or how do I say your name, brother? Yeah, if you guys could drop a like on the video, it would be awesome. And it would help LJ Williams out because I can tell by the way he's chatting, he's having anxiety about how you guys won't drop the fucking likes. Where are the likes? I'm with you, LJ. I'm with you. Where are the likes? Want to see Professor Hulk go ham first? Maybe. But yeah, how are we going to get that info to him, man? We're going to have to start like a change.org thingy-mabobby. You know what I mean? What's up, Trinity? Trinity's in the building. Trinity, I would love to have you on the show on Wednesdays to be talking about comics. It's like it's like we're at a dance. This is what's going on between me and Trinity. It's like we're at the high school dance, okay? And there's just a ton of people in the auditorium, okay? The fruit punch has stained our teeth a little bit, you know? And it's like we see each other and we're like, yeah, no, we got to do this dance. We got to do this dance. But then there's all these people in between us. There's all these different partners. We're doing all these dancing with all these other people. You know, the weird teachers want to dance, and all that. And we're like, hey, we gotta do this dance. But we haven't got there. Maybe if we fandango through the people a little bit, you know what I mean? Fandango through the people. We'll find each other, and we shall dance. And I understand. He says, sorry, bro, real busy. Dude, I got you, brother. Trust me. I've been busy dealing with some personal stuff, too. It's all good, baby. We'll get it working. I just need your knowledge, your knowledge of comics. We need to get these people to understand this comic book stuff and then get them to go over to your channel for more great insight. You know what I mean? Yes. Guys, I want to transition to talking about something else, okay? I actually think there's something going on in this crazy world that might help Star Wars. I know. Whoa! Talking about Star Wars? Good damn. This is crazy stuff. Did you guys know that according to some leaks, there is going to be a new show coming out on Disney Plus, and it's going to be called Jedi Temples, I believe? Let me see if I can look this up. Jedi Temples. And it is starring a fan favorite, Ahmed Best. Jedi Master Ahmed Best is going to be starring in a show called Jedi Temple Challenge. Okay? And this looks to be very similar to like American Gladiators. And what was the version they did, Temple of something? The version they did back in the day on Nickelodeon? Someone help me out in chat. What am I talking about here? With Ahmed Best. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yes! Thank you, Fanjecture. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, Ahmed Best. Legend of the Golden Temple. Maybe it was like a combination of these different things. Hidden. Yeah. But guys, this could be really cool. And the reason, like, for real, the reason I think this could actually really help out the Star Wars fan base, which is like that. Anyway. The reason I think this could help out the Star Wars fan base is because I was thinking about this the other day where there was something in the George era of Star Wars where as much as we love Star Wars and we all really cared about it, we didn't take it as seriously. Like there was something a little bit more lighthearted about Star Wars back then. And like you remember like the Robot Chicken stuff, the Family Guy stuff, all this kind of stuff? Having a little bit more fun with the property and having a little bit more fun with the intro. I don't know if you guys know this, but let's chalk another one up to Kathy Kennedy's brilliant leadership. There was a meeting where Kathy basically said she didn't want to do any of that. She thought it diluted the brand. She didn't want to do parody. She didn't want to do any of that. No more Robot Chicken stuff. No more working with Seth Green. None of that stuff. She axed it. And I can't help but think that part of the reason that we're at the place that we're at is like we don't have enough stuff as a fan base to unifiably we don't have enough stuff as a fan base to all be happy about, to all like. It's almost like they fucked up by making it all way too serious, trying to make the canon way too ironclad, and it sort of set us up for this weird thing that's going on with expectations. You know what I mean? Exactly. The Godfather's got it. We need a new Spaceballs to save Star Wars. That's kind of where I'm at with this. That's kind of where I'm at with it. More diversity, 100%. Yeah, we need more. We need 100% more diversity. But for real, like bringing Ahmed Best, doing a show with young people, and doing the Hidden Temple thing, I feel like this could literally be sort of on the pulse of something that could really help us put stuff back together again. Instead of arguing about canon, instead of arguing about what this does to this character's legacy or that, maybe we should just be having fun in our Space Wizards world. You know what I mean? So, again, not to like completely blame Kathy for ruining everything, but she did kind of make that call that was like, hey, we don't want to do that anymore. And I can't help but think that that could have been a mistake, and that give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Hello. Oh yeah, hey Bob. Yeah, Bob Iger. What's up? Oh yeah, no. I was trying to. Aren't you doing the freaking shareholder thing right now? You stepped outside just to call me. Just to do. Okay. Yep. Okay. Nope. Yep. I got you. So okay. Yep. I got you. Okay. Yeah. No. I definitely want the shield check. No. Yeah. I will check. Yep. No worries. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Guys, by the way, that's just a rumor about Kathy making that decision. We have no proof of that. I've actually heard that maybe that's completely wrong and that Kathy wants to bring that back. All good things that have to do with Star Wars right now are actually all Kathy Kennedy's responsibility. She personally wrote the diversity in dinosaurs on the whiteboard. But get this, it's actually as a meme. So we're memeing, and everything's all good, man. Everything's all good, bro. It's okay. Everything's fine. We're good here. We're good here. Guys, let's talk battle bracket. Let's talk battle bracket. I want to talk battle bracket. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm totally calling this shit, but you know. Look, the last couple of battles have been predictable. Today is the first one that I don't know how to call. Today, for the battle bracket, we have Luke Skywalker versus Goku. Luke Skywalker versus Goku. How do we think this is going to work? I want to know what your thoughts are in chat. Let me know your thoughts in chat. We're going to talk about this. Obviously, like, here's the thing. It's such a hard one. Like, Goku could probably beat everybody. You know what I mean? But here's what's interesting about Goku that I don't think a lot of people take into consideration. He does hold back in fights. Okay? So he holds back in fights, and he does this because he loves fighting, and he loves being challenged. Okay? And it would really depend on how powerful we got the Luke Skywalker. Like, is this EU Luke Skywalker? Like, crazy powerful Luke Skywalker? Which I think it should be, right? And what is Goku trying to do? You know what I mean? Is he Super Saiyan? Is he Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3? Is he Super Saiyan God? How strong is the Force? Can Luke Skywalker, like, Force choke him out? Because, like, if you think about it, when he looks at the Gamorrean guards in Jabba's palace, in my opinion, he just explodes their hearts. Their heart explode. You know what I mean? So, does he have the ability to do that? You know? Like, who knows? Can he, because I'll tell you this, how strong-minded is Goku? Can Luke Skywalker say, you don't want to do the Kamehameha wave. You want to punch yourself in the penis. And then Goku's just like punching himself in the dick or something. Like, is that what's going to happen? And we got some more Nerd Vengers coming to the team. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're hitting that like also as you're subscribing. I appreciate you, Nerd Vengers. Let's see here. Luke. Star Wars Santa says Luke. That's predictable. Screen going blocky today. Yeah, so that's on me. That's on me. That's not Chet's fault. We moved the hard line over to the Xbox yesterday when we were playing way too much Call of Duty Battle Royale, and I neglected to put the hard line back into the computer today. So I do apologize. It's a little, it's probably a little bit choppy today. I apologize. We'll get it sorted for tomorrow, I promise. Because there's like there's an order of operations with this stream, and it's like a lot of shit. We'll figure it out, but there's a lot to it. Vote early, vote often, vote Luke Skywalker. Luke's kind of weak, especially in comparison. Luke is going to force choke Goku. Easy win for the Jedi Master. I like that. Ultra Instinct Goku, no thought, just reacts. That's true. That is true. Chet is God. Never blame Chet. Dude, Chet, you got a fan over here, man. Climax Studio is a big Chet fan. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you, Chet. You're still hideous. You're still a hideous human being. So, yeah, today I'm a little bit interested. I'm really interested to see how the votes go. But I'll tell you this. Get a network switch with 2 hard lines for $20. Jeffers Morning. It's a brilliant idea. Chet, are you on that? Write that down. We're gonna go get that today. Okay, look. This is Chet. Folks, if you really want to try to sway the vote for Battle Bracket, you've got to go vote on the Twitter. You got to go vote on the community tab, which isn't up yet. I'll put that up in a little bit here. And then you got to go vote on Instagram. Okay? So, you know, you can get these votes. You can also go get friends, family, grandmas, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. Yeah. You know, if you really want whoever you want to win, you gotta pull out all the stops. You gotta pull out all the stops, and you gotta get these people involved. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, Luke is the man, Rosack says. I agree. Another thing that I want to talk about, guys, really weird news coming out for Sony. Okay? Sony. What in God's name are you thinking? What in God's name are you thinking? Look, they just announced, this is coming from The Wrap. The Wrap is reporting this, that Roberto Orci is set to write an untitled Sony Marvel Universe film. And then you think to yourself, oh, that's cool. We're getting another Sony Marvel Universe film. It's fantastic. I'm super excited. More Sony Marvel stuff. Can't wait. Love it. Who's Roberto Orci? Let's check out. What has he done? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 co-writer Roberto Orci has been tapped to write an as-yet untitled Marvel film for Sony, The Wrap has exclusively learned. What? Fucking what? The guy that co-wrote Amazing Spider-Man 2? The movie that financially failed in a way that literally made Sony and Marvel pony up together? What are they thinking? I mean, please, you guys tell me in chat. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Renee says plot week. I'm Chet. I don't know, man. This is a sign to me, and Jacob's Quest is nailing it. You all thought I was overactive for hating on Sony Pictures so much. They always find a way to fuck it up. Look, how is this possibly a good move? Like, I can't quit. I don't want to. I can't understand. I just don't get it. Like, look, I'm not saying he's a terrible writer, but that is weird decision making. That's weird. That's really weird. So, don't worry, guys. He hasn't just written Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I don't want to just crap all over this dude. He's probably a really nice guy. Probably loves his mother, you know? Probably, I don't know, has a union dues that he pays on time. I don't know. He's probably a great individual. But his other blockbuster credits include 2 Transformers installments, Paramount's Star Trek films, Mission Impossible 3, which is dope. And then he's got some cool stuff going on in the show. He's done some cool shows. He worked on Fringe. Fringe is dope. So give him a little bit of credit for that. But Transformers movies? Star Trek movies? This is your brilliant idea, Sony? This is your brilliant idea. I just don't get it. I don't understand. And it seems to be another reason why it's weird to trust Sony. It's weird to trust Sony to be doing all this Marvel stuff, folks. It doesn't make sense. What are they doing? I really don't get it. But that is the news. On the one hand, it's cool because, yeah, we're getting more Sony Marvel stuff. Like, it could be dope. I mean, look, I want there to be Sinister Six. I want Kraven the Hunter. There's a lot of cool Spider-Man stuff that they want. You know, and Spider-Woman, maybe that will be a really good movie and really cool. I just don't care about it. Look, I just don't care about Jessica Drew. Sorry, I don't. But could be really cool stuff. I'm getting weirded out. I'm getting really confused by what's going on. And Feige's not saying nothing. And that's making me even more nervous. So, I don't know. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'd love to know your thoughts about that as well. And let's double check here. Let's see if anything crazy has happened. Chet, how are we looking on the Disney shareholder meeting? What are they doing? Did they announce anything? No, not yet. All right, well, Chat, you let me know. Chat, you let me know as well. Let me know if we got anything going on with all of that. Let's talk Space Jam. Let's talk Space Jam a little bit. This, to me, is really weird. And again, maybe I'm in the minority here. Maybe I'm in the minority. Space Jam. Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. I need more diversity training if you don't care about Spider-Woman. Trinity says, I hate women, especially Spider-Woman. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not even going to address that because it's so clearly not true. Duh. Anyway, this Space Jam stuff is frankly weird as hell. I heard the rumors and I didn't want to believe them. Because I was like, there's no way Warner Brothers is going to be that wacky with this. Apparently, Space Jam 2 is going to include a myriad of Warner Brothers characters, including The Mask, maybe even Beetlejuice, Joker, Pennywise, and a lot of other weird-ass Warner Brothers characters. Can someone help me understand this? What are they doing? And by the way, which Joker is it going to be, Warner Brothers? You got about 1 million of them. Which Joker are you going to put into this movie? Because it's fucking Space Jam. I don't think Arthur Fleck, you know, the Arthur Fleck movie that everybody loved that's really not that great. Is Tara here? I don't know if Tara's watching. I don't want to talk too much shit on Joker. If Tara's watching, she'll give it to me, man. But it can't be Arthur Fleck. What the fuck are they doing? If the Warner Brothers Space Jam 2 has more continuity and makes more sense than what they're doing with the fucking DCEU, I will lose my shit. I will lose my mind. I don't believe that for a second. Brother, it's not even questionable. It's on, there's literally a leaked video on Instagram talking about it. That literally shows it. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up at all. Warner Brothers might do a better crossover and a better job of explaining a crossover on things that make zero fucking sense in Space Jam 2 than they did with the Justice League. It's the Justice League. There's 75 years, 80 years of comic book stories, things that you can pull from, continuity that makes complete sense. Great writers have done, spilled their blood, sweat, and tears into amazing stories to make this all make sense to you. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss when it comes to Warner Brothers. I don't know what to think. And obviously, I'm trying not to be negative on Batman. Look, we're getting 3 Batman movies, whether we like it or not. Like Flintstone vitamins, man. You're getting them. And I'm open to that. I am. I'm open to that. I'm excited about Batman. I'm excited about Punisher Batman. I really think it's going to be cool that we're getting this super postmodern, ultra-realistic, Punisher-looking Batman. But I don't know, man. It's bugging me a little bit, man. It's bugging me a little bit. LeBron's a moron. LeBron, I don't know about LeBron being a moron. Look, my opinion, your mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary with LeBron. You know? No one liked your joke? I didn't see it. I didn't see your joke. Yeah, look, when I lose my mind, it's great content. You know? Not good for the old mental health, but great content. And so, again, what? Fuck. What? Space Jam. Space Jam, ladies and gentlemen. Space Jam 2, The Receding Hairline, with yours truly, LeBron James. I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys tell me, but that's pretty much all the topics that I have for you today. We're going to check in again. What is Bob Iger doing? And what is going on? Are we getting any cool info? Did they throw Kathy Kennedy out of the building? And then she plopped down like a Looney Tune figure like that, and then they make that poster sound where they yeah, that would be hilarious. That would be really cool. I'd be into it. No way. Someone did a face swap thing on Star Wars with like MCU characters like Black Widow and Star-Lord. Ah, that's cool. Kind of really cool. So folks, we're just going to get into Q&A. We're doing a good bit of Q&A. We'll do at least 10-15 minutes. Lighter news day today. But let's talk about whatever you guys and girls want to talk about. Let's do it. I want to know what you guys want to talk about, and I want to know what you're thinking about with regards to some of the news that we talked about today. Where's the rage meter that you've been teasing? I have a meeting with someone today that actually is going to help us with some graphic stuff, and likely help us out with some rage meter stuff. So, yeah, we'll get it going. Brian Walker said, "Hey, how's it going? Got here late today. Don't worry, man. You just missed me losing my mind." What do you think about Red Hulk appearing in She-Hulk? Ray Hall says. Well, here, let me actually, I'll tease. I'm going to tease a little something. I'm actually going to do a video later. And maybe I won't. I'm actually going to research a little bit into this as well. But there was somebody, either Roger Wardell has either come back or somebody's pretending to be Roger Wardell. But there's a couple of posts by someone. And remember, Roger Wardell is somebody that we talked about on the show before that has 100% accurate record on his scoops for Marvel. 100%. 100% of the stuff that Roger Wardell leaked happened. Okay? And what Roger Wardell, whatever this new account, it's either Roger Wardell or it's somebody pretending to be Roger Wardell. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the video today, and I'm going to just clearly say that it's speculation. Like, it could potentially be real if it's actually coming from Wardell, but it's speculation, okay? So I think that's what I'm going to do. But there's two things that he's been talking about. Number one is Red Hulk and how that'll work. And damn, does it sound cool. And number two is something to do with Thor 4 that's making me lose my mind. Yeah, on the main channel, we're going to talk about that, okay? So we'll talk about that later. Here's what I'll say. With Red Hulk, what if they use Extremis and something else to create the Red Hulk? That's all I'm going to say. And then the story that he has about Thor 4 is also blowing my mind. June says, I'm calling it now. Christian Bale is Magus. That would be dope. Did I talk about the Guardians in Thor? We talked about the Guardians in Thor a couple of days ago in just the video when it first came out, just talking about how Brandon Davis broke that scoop. Our boy Groot got a little too wordy, talked a little bit too much about it. And so, yeah, we talked about that. We haven't talked about it too much on the live show. I'm excited. I think it's cool. But it's hard to say how much of a role they'll play in the film. Is it just going to be at the beginning of the movie? Are they going to play a big role throughout the film? It's hard to say exactly. I heard a rumor that Liam Hemsworth is being looked at for Beta Ray Bill. I have heard that rumor as well. And that would be really cool. Like, that would be really cool. I just want Beta Ray Bill like yesterday. Yeah, I want Beta Ray Bill as well, man. That would be really cool. Let's talk about dropping a Leo. Thanks, LJ. I appreciate it. Every time you talk about KK, my rage meter goes up. Look, you're not alone in that. Black Widow will not be back in the MCU, but ScarJo will due to her face being cloned on multiple widows. I'm a pooper scooper now. You got it. You got it, Jason. You're a pooper scooper now. Will Galactus be in Eternals? It's possible. No word on that yet. I believe Galactus will be making an appearance in future films, big rumors were in Captain Marvel 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe, is where the big rumors were. Tinfoil hat theory. Disney pulled Iger about the same day the stock market dropped to cover any actual disruption that his exit may have caused. Very possible, Jonathan. Very possible. I think that could definitely be the case. I know Iger is... Here's another possible thing, and I think I'm going to sneeze here. Woo! Sorry about that. Oh, thank you, Chet. Thank you. Here's another thing that's happening, or that could be happening. Bob has to... One of the things he said that was really interesting when he announced that he was walking away is that he really wants to focus on the creative side, particularly because that is very important to their business model moving forward. And so it's just the IP game and the land grab of IP and digital distribution is obviously the future, and that's what they're working really hard on. And I think Bob really wants to focus on that work and the creative and not the businessy stuff. He doesn't want to do the bean counting. He doesn't want to do the stupid calls like today. And Chapek is going to allow him to do that. And I think Iger in the next couple of months is really going to try to focus on creative stuff and doing that new IP stuff. It's possible that this has to do with Star Wars. It's possible it has to do with maybe one other acquisition or something that he wants to do with creative. I think it's possible that he stepped away at a time when some bad things were going to happen. Maybe KK getting the axe or something like that. And it's just easier for him not to be associated with that decision. For his own personal brand as well, because there's a lot of rumors that he wants to get into politics after he retires. Right now, his reputation is really good. His rep is good. You know, people really like Bob. So, could be something like that. Yeah, maybe he wants to fix the Lucasfilm situation. I think that could very well be the case. Have you heard anything about the Netflix original Transformers anime that's coming out? I have not, but that sounds dope. Is that the, Bob Iger has confirmed Disney Plus Loki series will premiere in early 2021. That's awesome. I felt like we already knew that, though, but maybe not. Maybe not. But that is really cool. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. I haven't heard anything. Wasn't there for the Transformers anime, was there not a trailer that just came out recently? Right? That's what I heard. Right? There's going to be there was a trailer for it. I didn't even see it, but I've heard that that's what it was. That's all I heard from today's meeting. Okay, gotcha, Ryan. I appreciate it. When is Miss Marvel and Moon Knight releasing? Not sure about that, but that could be next year as well. One of the things that they've been figuring out with the Disney Plus shows is that they can make them way faster than they originally thought, which is really interesting, right? So we could potentially be getting a lot of MCU stuff way before we thought. Whoa, Jonah Hex, holy crap. I'm not going to let that through, man. Sorry. I mean, look, you're free to feel the way you feel about that. But come on, man. We're just having fun over here. I'm still waiting for Netflix to drop the live-action Avatar Last Airbender show. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm really excited about the anime version of Magic the Gathering. Anime version of Magic the Gathering? Sign me up. Russo Brothers producing? Sign me up. What MCU movie can you see Black Panther appearing in before his own in 2022? You know, that's a really good question. It's going to depend on how much these next big films are ensemble casts. Do you know what I mean? Like, could he show up in Doctor Strange 2? Maybe. Could he show up in Shang-Chi? Maybe. Could he show up in the Eternals? Probably not. You know? But yeah, it is going to be really interesting to see how all of that goes down. I feel like they might save Chadwick Boseman for that. I don't know how many films he has on his contract, but I know that, like, I mean, they're very smart about how they use these appearances. Remember, like, Sam Jackson was not in a lot of films for a long time, and he's actually pissed that he wasn't in Black Panther. He was pissed. But they were like, nah, man, we're going to save you. And then in 2019, they used him 3 different times, right? So they might be doing that with Chadwick as well. Have I heard any more news about the Rebels sequel? Nope. I have heard nothing about the Rebels sequel, which is a bummer, man. And maybe they'll announce that today or something. Like, I really thought we were going to get some stuff about that at the March 5th thing that was going on last week in London. But then, like, they canceled it. They canceled it because of that thing that shall not be named. And then it's like, what? Like, they didn't even stream anything. It was supposed to be all this crazy footage show. They didn't even stream it. So I'm kind of interested. I know a lot of business. Look. If we were running like a huge business, like frankly, like if the Den of Nerds was where I want it to be in the next couple of years right now, all this stuff that's happening would be crazy for us. Because we'd be like, okay, well, what about these live events that we have planned? What about the Comic-Cons we're going to? What about this, that, and the other thing? What the hell are we going to do? I'm sure a lot of these companies out there are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to figure it out. They're scrambling. They're like, what do we do? You know? I mean, what are we all going to do if schools shut down for a couple of months? You know what I mean? And look, and this is what I was telling people. I was like, look, things are going to get weird. Things are going to get weird. Why is there no scoops from Illuminati recently? They dropped dope scoops. Well, Ray Hall, they did just drop that scoop about Mark Ruffalo officially being signed, which does prove some stuff. Second Street Marvel. Trinity says, so Bloodshot comes out this Friday. Is anyone aware of this? Just asking. Hell yeah, and I'm super excited for it. Actually, I was going to do a Bloodshot-themed show tomorrow where we watch some videos in the theater, kind of get up to speed on Bloodshot. I like Bloodshot, and I like Valiant. And I think we need that flavor, man. I think Valiant, we need that flavor. Particularly with, like, Disney, like, the Disneyfication of everything. And I love me the MCU, obviously. But I think we need that diversity of content. Oh, no! Oh, God, I said diversity! We need that diversity of content. I think we need Valiant to be working. You know? So, yeah, I'm excited. Justin Jenkins says, have you played into the new COD Battle Royale? I definitely didn't play 5 hours of it yesterday. I definitely didn't just chill out and play 5 hours of Warzone yesterday. But if I did, I would tell you I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I think it's really well designed. I think there's still a lot of opportunity for them to tweak things. But it reminds me a lot of PUBG, but just so much tighter because it's AAA and it's Call of Duty. Also, the amount of time they took to build this mode up. Because when did Duty come out? Like late last year, right? Around October of last year. And it was like 9 months or something like that for this game, for this mode to come out. Whatever time they took, wow. Time well spent. Time well spent. Because it's clean, man. It's clean. I love the map. I've only explored so many different areas, but I've been really enjoying dropping on Stadium. I've been really enjoying dropping on Hospital, dropping over in the farmland, and then rotating around. Prison is dope, too. If you drop on Prison, folks, you can drop on Prison, especially if it's way outside of the circle. Drop on Prison, grab a bunch of loot, and then get the freaking helicopter, and then head out and get in there. It's so fun. It's so fun. Can't wait for New Mutants. Trinity. It's like, I like New Mutants. I don't like scary movies, man. I don't want to do it. 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 I don't want to go into the theater and just jump scare and freak out every 5 minutes. You know? But I'm going to check it out. I'll let you guys know what I think. Prison, military base, downtown are great spots to drop. Crazed Panda says, Feige needs to convince Disney to let him do R-rated. Take the MCU to the next level. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. What happened to doing a Call of Duty stream yesterday? Well, frankly, I just felt like I wanted to play the game a little before I streamed it, because, like, I would have just sucked. You know what I mean? Why is there no hype for Bloodshot? I don't know. Marketing, I guess. A lot of comic book nerds know about Valiant, but I don't know how much of the, the normies, I don't know how much they know about it. Bloodshot is PG-13? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Marvel Battle Royale game. There's a really interesting Marvel game out for phones right now that's not out in America, but it's out in a lot of different regions, and you can get it, and I was thinking about getting it anyway. It's called Marvel Super War, and it's a MOBA. It's like League of Legends with Marvel characters, and it looks really, really fun. It looks really fun. So I was thinking about maybe checking that out as well, because I love my mobile games as well. Is New Mutants in the MCU, Brandon says? No, it is not. You know, it's so funny. So Garlic says, yeah, the Hellboy movie was trash. Yo, so that Hellboy movie with David Harbour was on HBO or Amazon or something, and I was able to watch it for free. I literally turned it off. I couldn't believe how much I disliked the beginning of that movie. Yeah, that was Vin Diesel's choice to make it PG-13. Come on, Diesel. Come on, Diesel. Killing me. See you later, Hector. Dude, I'm telling you, a lot of these games look better than that AAA Avengers game. Those developers for that AAA Avengers game, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm just being honest. They don't. It could still end up being an awesome game, but it feels way too much like, hey, we got the Avengers. Let's reverse engineer how to make this live service version of a game, but then we can also market it as a complete game for the solo players. It's like it's like Mr. Burns of The Simpsons, literally trying to figure out how to get all the shekels. I'm sorry, that's what it feels like to me. Could it still be dope? Yeah. Am I super excited? Nah. Attack Peter with the super chat. Thanks, brother. Says, I suggest we do an Invincible discussion on here. I don't know what Invincible is. Is that a show? Love The Simpsons. Nice. Have you seen the deepfakes they're doing of the Marvel game with the MCU actors' faces? No, but that sounds amazing. Yeah, Future Revolution looks dope. So does Realm of Champions. Yeah. Yo, what's going on over there, chat? We got any news before we get out of here? Any news? Any news for Disney stuff? No? What a bummer. What a bummer, man. I was hoping for some spice. Hoping for some spicy shit. Oh, man. I don't really think there's much going on, guys. I don't really think there's much happening over there. Oh, the Robert Kirkman comic? They're making a show for that? Yo, no way. Really? Yeah, they knew I was live. What a bunch of buttholes. Hey, Attack Peter coming in hot with the super chat. Thanks, brother. I appreciate the support. Robert Kirkman, best superhero comic, period. Yeah, I like Invincible a lot. Haven't read all of it, but I like it a lot. I like what they're doing. Logan, Joker. Yeah. I see what you're saying, Justin. Just because dumb movies like Hellboy and Birds of Prey were rated R and failed doesn't mean that other rated R movies will. All the news will come when I get off. Yeah, probably. You're right. Not much going on makes me think we're getting something big soon. I hope so. It's Amazon Prime? Yo, okay. I'm liking this. Do I think Taskmaster will be a one-off villain? God, I hope not. I'm so sick of the one-off villains, man. And I hope they sign Christian Bale to a multi-picture deal. Maybe even if it's just like 3 and they shelve him for a while and bring him back in another big villain movie kind of thing. Well, the X-Men fan cast is going to be our next community stream. Next Monday night at 8 p.m. We're bringing everybody, bring your fan casting for the X-Men in the MCU, and we will be talking about that. That's going to be really fun. Been throwing around some ideas. Danny DeVito as Wolverine, I think is pretty brilliant. Let's see here. Just off the top of my head, think if we can do something here. Yeah, I'm blanking. Maybe Ewan McGregor as Storm. Probably be pretty good. Let's see here. Just off the top of my head. Joe Rogan as Magneto. Yeah. Okay. Billy D. Williams as Apocalypse. All right, we're nailing it. We're nailing it today, everybody. We're nailing it. Those Fantastic Four pops drop tomorrow, followed by Krasinski news. Wouldn't that be something? I almost feel like they're holding back a lot for the MCU, though, because they just want people to focus on the new stuff. And I'll be really interested to see what goes on with the Black Widow movie, because it's possible that Black Widow actually does very well simply because people just are so ready for MCU content. You know what I mean? So it's possible they're holding a lot of stuff back simply to create more focus on the stuff that they're doing in Phase 4. Rick James as Cyclops, love it. Love it. Tom Cruise as Cyclops, that could be interesting. Do I think Jackman would do Wolverine again? I do, but not anytime soon. And maybe for Secret Wars if we do that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you guys for streaming with me this morning, hanging out. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, baby. The best way to start your nerdy day. Get you guys going, get you pumped, get you ready to go. And like I said before, things might get a little weird in the next couple of months. This might be a big thing. We'll look back on this in 10, 20 years and be like, holy crap, this was pretty wild. But just take enjoyment from the things you take enjoyment from. Call some people you haven't talked to in a while. Just life, it wasn't always going to be groovy, baby. You know what I mean? We've been artificially holding up numbers in the economy since 2008. There was always going to be a bust after that boom. This might facilitate it. Things might get weird. But, you know, look, hold on to what you can hold on to and try to have fun and enjoy life and be good to each other, man. Be excellent to each other, as they would say in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much. Chet, roll that brand new outro video that I know you've been working really hard on.